The other day, I was looking for a movie to watch. I had done everything I needed to do, and I had the time, so I thought, let's find a good movie to end the day. I opened Disney Plus and I came across the movie Swiped. It is starring Lily James, which is an actress that I know and like, and I saw that it was released this year, so I thought I would check it out. And I can tell you, I was not disappointed. Sadly, in this day and age, you have to manage your expectations and lower your standards when it comes to anything you can find on a streaming platform. So I was not expecting much, just to be entertained for a couple of hours by a decent movie. But I found myself being captivated by this movie, and the 2 hours went by so fast. Now, I am not going to spoil anything about the movie in case you want to watch it for yourself, but I am going to talk a little bit about the plot. This movie is based on a real life person called Whitney Wolfe. There are a lot of disclaimers at the beginning and the end of the movie, as the studio probably doesn't want to get sued. So I'm going to do just the same. I am talking about the plot of the movie and only the plot, not real life persons that might have done the things that happened in this movie. Whitney is the founder of the dating app Bumble. We follow her as she just graduated from college and is looking for someone to invest onto one of her projects. She meets a man named Sean, who is the CEO of the startup that will eventually birth the dating app Tinder. Whitney becomes essential in the making of this app, even coming up with the name. But she quickly is taken advantage of by the man running the company, who sideline her and diminish her accomplishments. She even gets sexually harassed by one of the other co-founders, who is her ex-boyfriend. I'm not going to tell you how this ends, but as this is based on real life, and as I said before, she ends up bouncing back and creating Bumble. But throughout this movie, she struggles to find her place as a woman in a world of men who are doing nothing to protect her. I have a lot of things to say about that movie, but let's start with the screenplay. I was pleasantly surprised with the quality of the story and the dialogue. As I said, this is all based on a true story, but Whitney Wolfe signed an NDA, so she is legally not allowed to talk about her time at Tinder. So I'm not really sure how they were able to get all of this information and recollection of events, but I think that the screenwriters Bill Parker, Kim Caramele, and Rachel Goldenberg, who also directed the movie, did a great job. I think that because we know so well what Tinder is now, it's fascinating to see how it was created. I was infuriated watching the men in this company pretend that Whitney was not the driving force behind all of this, and the casual and blatant misogyny made my blood boil. Next, I want to talk about the acting. I like Lily James as an actress. I have seen her in a couple of things, and the movies are not always that good, but I don't think she ever has anything to do with that. At the beginning of the movie, I was nervous because I thought maybe she was a bit too old to be playing Whitney, considering that in the story she just graduated from college, and although Lily looks great, she is well into her 30s. But this worry disappeared as the movie went on because we follow Whitney over a couple of years. And you can tell that Lily James put a lot into this character. She's also a producer on the movie, so she must be quite passionate about this project. The other actors also did a very good job. Little side note, but at one point, Whitney meets the man that will become her husband, and he's like a cowboy from Texas. She meets him at the bar, and I swear when I first saw him, I was like, I know that actor. I immediately thought about Pearson Fodé, mostly because he was the love interest in a recent movie I watched called The Wrong Paris. I am planning to make a review on that movie too, by the way. But I was like, no, it can't be him, don't be silly. There are other hot cowboy actors. And no, it was him. I recognize the hot cowboy. Anyway, he played a good guy and that's all that matters. But there were some characters that I really wanted to hug and some that I really wanted to punch. Obviously, workplace misogyny and sexual harassment is a tough subject, and I think it was portrayed well. You can feel that this is written and directed by women, and it's a great insight into what it feels like to be a woman in this world. You get to empathize with the character, follow her through her highs and lows, but without ever taking her away strength. She is showed as a victim because she is one, but it's also not her entire personality. She's allowed to grow and learn from her mistakes, and her character arc is really interesting, and also the fact that this is based on a real person makes it even more interesting. So I gave this movie a 9 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for another video. Bye!